Sima, that was beautiful. Was it fun out there? Did you have a good time?
Amazing, amazing. That's the best time always. That's the best moment. And hear the crowd, everything, the excitement, my excitement and the musician's excitement of be here. I've been like a super fire.
That's the way we do our TV show.
I love it. I love it. It's a live
It's like-
show.
it's real. Yes, it's live.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, tell us your story. From Cuba, you were born in 1989. So tell us about your life.
Well, I born in Pinar del Rio, my hometown, which I love. Came from a Florida side family, and I study. I started to study just a little bit when I was a kid. Normally, my grandma was always this kind of woman that say like everybody in the family gonna go to college, everybody gonna study. So I began to study medicine, but at that point I was already like singing and getting involved with music. And in the second year of the career, I traveled to Havana, to the capital for first time. And once I get there, I see a show of a Cuban artist that he made like Cuban music mixed with. He have a little bit of funk, but also with vodka, some crazy stuff. And once I saw that, I was once I see that, I was like, yeah, I want to do this for. I want to do this. I just want to be in that. I want to feel that sensation with the crowd. I want to be that guy. And I returned to my hometown and I said to my family, yo, I'm not good in medicine no more because my mind was in other place. So everybody said like, okay, if you're not good, just do other thing, and everybody support me because they have this kind of flow of you gotta be good on what you do. And yeah, I just finished the career and I moved to the capital. And there I was spending almost 2 year and a half. I trying to figure out finding the way to get involved in music. But in Cuba, it's very easy because in that time when I was there, it was very easy to get to reach to the popular people. You know, like it's like you go here and you want to see Mick Jagger, and it's not possible. You know, it's really difficult. If I want to see Mick Jagger, it's really difficult. But if you're in Cuba, you can be nobody. But if you want to see Omara from Buena Vista Social Club, that is the same that Mick Jagger for us. You just find her house, you knock the house, and maybe she's there taking a coffee and say, "What you want, kid?" Oh, and she say hello, or she can listen to your music even. So I take that as a resource, and I was trying to find and I moved to find a guy from Pinar del Rio who was pretty famous. Once I knocked the door of this guy and I showed them the music, he said like, "Yo, you sing good. You wanna make covers in my band?" I said yes. He told me like, "I have a show now that is gonna be in live television, like a big show in the main theater in Havana. You wanna be the chorus guy?" I said yes. After that, was everything open, all the doors started to open. I was dressing super crazy in the show, so everybody saw me and was like, "Yo, you are the chorus of Raul Paz, you're the chorus of this guy." I was, yeah, I make chorus with him. And it was just one time, but I keep that, like, yeah, I'm the actual chorus. So after that, I keep do music and I start to create my own songs. And I was lucky enough for traveling a cruise ship for 8 months. That was the point when I get to be able to buy my first computer and buy the sound interface and the microphone. Once I did that, I just made my first album Therapy, and that's all. After that, everything started to work at Cimafunk.
So you went to college to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But once you discovered music,
Yeah,
it all changed.
Yeah,
Your whole life changed.
Yeah.
When did you first start to hear American music?
Since I was a kid, super little, because it was a Russian car in my home Moscovich, and have a reproductor of cassette, some type of cassette. So my uncle, he studied with African guys and Jamaican guys in the school. So he have a lot of cassette of music from Jamaica, but also from American music. I remember hearing the album Invisible of Michael Jackson. That is my favorite. I remember was 3 or 4 cassettes. Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie. The song was Madonna. Also was one of the first songs that I learned because was all the time they was putting that song. And this song that was I don't remember. Keep smiling, keep shining. Oh, down, 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 that's what friend I for. And that song was like one of the biggest. And yes, since I was a kid. After that, I came involved in that. I put away just for a while to make trova music. That was Spanish song with complicated lyrics and stuff. Was the moment of the time. But then I discovered James and James Brown, and I discovered Sly, and funkadelic and all this, and I get crazy with that. So
A lot of people do compare you to James Brown, and that's quite a compliment.
yeah, no, that the people always compare it with something. James Brown was, is James, is the is the godfather of the groove, as George Clinton is the godfather of funk. These guys made the stuff, It's like I feel really fine with that, but also James is like is my inspiration. I really love his work, and he was a master.
But now you're friends with George Clinton.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that like?
Being a bless. That's a bless. I never imagined that. I never imagined that, and that was crazy because the experience with George was the most funkadelic experience ever. We passed the whole day since 11 in the morning. Him, my manager, the sound engineer, and his wife, and a friend. We spent the whole day in the studio drinking coconut water, and talking about music, about Cuban music. He loved the Afro-Cuban music. Once I get out to that studio, I get more into the music of my country. What happened with the Afro-Cuban music? What happened with the vibe? Because there made me some crazy stories when he was super young, that he was hearing that the music, the Afro-Cuban music in the radio here in US, and was the style, the Latin dance and this kind of vibe from Cuba. And I was like, yo, for real? We was always looking to you, trying to dress like you, trying to dance. And you already many decades before you was looking to us. So George, and also the experience of learning how he is, how is the funkadelic stuff. George is it's an element in the video, in the visuality, in the concept, in the message. Is a full package of new healthy scenes.
So speaking of the history of Afro-Cuban music, tell us about the story behind the name Cimafunk. How you came up with the name?
Yeah, the name, I was calling before Eric Funk because my real name is Eric. But once I started this project, I was like, yo, I just want to get really involved in the Afro descendants, because that's what I am in Cuba. I was living a long time without being conscious of that. And once I was conscious of that, I just get crazy and I start to get involved in everything. And at one point, I was looking for the name, and I say I love funk. I love funk, so I say I need to do something that for keep the funk in my name. So I was looking, and the cimarrons is the same word for you that the maroons. It's a slave that escaped from the house, and they go to live in the deep mountains, and they create a new communities there. In Cuba, was a couple of that places, where they call that places palenques, and was cimarrones living in the palenques. So the cimarron for me is that kind of element of Afro-Cuban new flow, an Afro-Cuban new vibe, and also a new style, a new culture and freedom. And I take Cima from the Cimarrons, and I put Cima and funk, and I miss that because the funk is also almost the same. It came from Africa, all the vibe of the gospel, the soul, the blues, everything, and bam, the funk. It's
The rhythm.
the rhythm, it's the heat.
So you hear music in everything, don't you? Everything,
Yeah,
everywhere,
yeah,
all the time, every day.
on time. Yeah.
And also, there's a sense of a real sense of community about you and your music, and you see it in the band, and you see it in the audience, the crowds, at your shows. It's like bringing people together, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because it's better. It's more happy. With the band is that. With the band we are family. We just live together more time without the time that we live with our family. So we create this kind of environment where everybody know each other and everybody respect each other, but everybody love each other. And in the stage, we are just one. We are having so much communication, and we are enjoying the time. And when the people, when we go to the stage, is for project all that we are feeling there to the people, and the people feel that and they project to us. So imagine if we are 9 people projecting that on 100 or 1,000 people, but these 1,000 people made this retroalimentation and project that to you. It's it's health, it's medicine.
I mean, you can make great music in the studio, but when you go on the stage,
That's the best moment. The stage is live music. Live music is there. That's the real moment of being a musician for me, because I don't know how to play nothing. Now I produce in electronic in digital programs. I invent with the sound and put this here. Sorry, but the stage is the reality for me. the reality. I love live shows. You know, this vibe of Marvin, Prince, Funkadelic, Sly, Ohio Player. What these people was living in the stage. That's I know what they was feeling because I'm feeling now. And once you feel that, that's the best moment of the week.
Oh, there's a magic, and you could feel it in the room tonight. There's a magic.
Yeah, the people was crazy. They was enjoying. Yeah. And we was super. We started a little bit. You know, it's like we arrived to Austin, and Austin have been the first place. The first place where we play in the United States was Austin, South by Southwest.
Oh wow.
We play in the South by Southwest, and after being South by Southwest in 2019, no? After that, everything started to open. We play after that, NPR, CS, and BMI. We played one show and 2 other show up here. And after that, we started to. So this play always have been like a magic, you know, place with this vibe that everybody love music and everybody's chill. And that helped a lot because this is a big show. This is a big TV program. So we arrived here, it was like a, yo.
Well, Austin loves you,
It's
and
nice.
hopefully you'll come back soon.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime.